Manager Gary Smith brings a younger team, much like Post 72, under the direction of Kyle Proctor. A lot of turnover from last season's team, a lot of young faces, a lot of new faces. So there'll be some interesting scenarios as the season develops here early on. Crawfordsville won their season opener on Wednesday night with an 11-1 win over Speedway. A couple guys are missing. The Greencastle guys are still in baseball, high school baseball playoffs. So we wish the Tiger Cubs good luck. They're playing University in the semi-state today. And while we're saying good luck, we're also wishing good luck to the Southmont softball team as they head to semi-state action. They're playing Tecumseh this afternoon. That's actually a game you can hear over on WCDQ. With a 1-0 record. Rantoul here coming in from Rantoul, Illinois. And we're certainly glad to have everybody along today. Let's take a quick break here from North Montgomery High School. We'll get back, set up some of the players, and talk about some of the strategies and see what's going on through today and look at some scheduling and things. Though that you're listening to American Legion Post 72 Baseball on 103.9 WIMC. Okay. You want to play that, if you play the 45 or play a couple of shorties or whatever you want to do. So, yeah, you don't have to take anything longer than a minute, and we're between innings. If you just play 120, send it back because, like I said, I got some long readers, so I'll be able to fill plenty of time. Okay. Well, it's red, white, and blue on the uniforms today here, as it would expect for American Legion Baseball. But, of course, it's such a special day in the history of our country with it being June 6th, the anniversary of D-Day, one of those most monumental days in our nation's history, the day that everything changed in the course of World War II. So we of course, honor and pay our condolences to those who gave their lives in the service of our country, and also say a special thank you to all of those who served in one way or another. I know Memorial Day and this sort of time of year is always important to my family at of Rantoul. He was a career Air Force guy. Was actually stationed at Rantoul Air Force Base for a few years. Liked the area so much, when he retired from the Air Force, he came back and relocated to Rantoul, and he has been associated with the American Legion baseball program at Rantoul since 1995. So a special thanks to him. Kyle Proctor, we'll look at some of the guys on this Crawfordsville roster, this Post 72 squad. Good selection of guys from all over the geographic area. As we said, Kyle Proctor's in his 8th season. He's assisted by Brad Weiniger, who has been a lifelong, it seems like, guy in high school and Legion baseball. Back a long, long time ago when I helped coach the American Legion team for a couple of seasons, Brad was one of the guys that was an assistant coach way back then. John Bromberg is also assistant coach. Jonathan Moore and Cam Proctor, who played several years with his team, now is aged out of the program, now is an assistant coach. Bree Proctor is the nurse and trainer on staff. Some of the guys looking at from Crawfordsville, Post 72, like I said, I'm just going to run them down kind of in numerical order to make it easier to keep track of. But you got Dylan Heaton coming in from Clinton Central, headed for Wabash College. Keaton Brown is a North Montgomery product. He's also going to Wabash College. And then, of course, we've got more guys from North. We've got Aiden Ambrose Cruz, who is still got another year of eligibility at North Montgomery. He comes off a tremendous season playing for the Chargers. We'll get some of those numbers as the game goes along, but he was one of the leading hitters in the Mona Conference. Also, Kalen Sheldon is from North Montgomery, and Cohen Bonebrake, another Charger from Crawfordsville. We've got Ethan Campbell, who has also got a year left to go. And then we will see today for the first time this season for Crawfordsville behind the plate will be Matt Miller. Matt is a 2026 graduate. He's heading to play baseball at Concordia College, so we certainly wish him the best of luck. We've got guys from Danville. We got Aiden Chiodo, undecided on his college future. We got Mason Foster from Western Boone, who caught Wednesday night, will not catch today as the Miller is here, but he is just a sophomore, so he's got lots of eligibility left. We talked about Nate Coons is from Lebanon. The Greencastle guys, are not here. That's Caden Scott and Sam Gooch. Sam will be pitching an awful lot for this team through the course of the summer. Sam heading for Wabash Valley Junior College. We've got a handful of guys, a couple of guys from Covington. We've got Kyvan Hill, Crew Riemann. Riemann will be starting today, be starting pitcher for Post 72, and Caden Smith. We also got Peyton Grimmett in the lineup. He is a Seeger Patriot. So a lot of geographic locations for this Post 72 team, and certainly a lot of great baseball, a lot of the best players in their various teams in around their conferences. Rantoul guys, got a couple of guys heading for college also. You'll hear the name Holden Cargo. He was a red shirt freshman this past season at Kankakee Community College. He is one of the leading pitchers for this Rantoul squad. And you got Miles Crosby. He just graduated from high school. He's going to attend only Central College, and he's also going to pitch. And Eli Reichenbach is also going to attend only Central College, and he's also going to pitch. Coach Smith was saying that they only have 4 guys who are 19 years old, so they certainly have got a younger squad, much like this Post 72 squad that had aged up for last year to host, as Crawfordsville hosted the American Legion State Tournament in the 100th year of American Legion baseball. And so a lot of guys were not eligible to come back. So it's a relatively new squad, but there still are a couple of guys guys who made instant contributions on Wednesday night. We were talking during the course of the game about how Crawfordsville had only hit 4 home runs all last season. Well, they hit 2 and were back-to-back home runs on Wednesday night. Aiden Reiser put a long bomb over the left center field fence, and Ethan Wooten followed on 2 pitches later with another left field home run. So those 2 guys both with 1. That is exactly half of the total home runs hit by Post 72 all last season. They put 11 runs on the board to the top of the order, did an absolutely great job, and that's mostly who will be at the top of the order again for Post 72 today. They're going to lead off with Aiden Ambrose Cruz, as we said, a North Montgomery product. He's been playing second base. Aiden had a great defensive couple plays on Wednesday night. Reiser, we just mentioned, he's a McCutcheon product. Had a great spring at Huntington College, is in center field. Ethan Wooten, as we also talked about, kind of the hero batting-wise from Wednesday night, with 3 runs scored. He's a Danville graduate heading to Webster College to play baseball. He'll be in left field today. Dylan Heaton, who got the win pitching and started, he's a Clinton Central product. As we mentioned earlier, he is headed to Wabash. Caden Smith is defensively at third base, hitting 5th also. He's from Covington. Peyton Grimmett from Seeger is the designated hitter. He's hitting for Riemann, Crew Riemann, also from Covington, throwing on the mound today. Riemann with some great pitching numbers this spring for the Trojans. 1.83 ERA. He was 2-2. He had 8 appearances. He threw 46 innings, which was the best on the staff. 23 runs, only 12 of those were earned, and he had a 19-57, literally exactly a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. So really looking for some good stuff from Riemann. As we said, Riemann is hitting for him. Matt Miller of Crawfordsville is behind the plate. We will see him there regularly this summer. Ethan Campbell is at first base. Another Crawfordsville product, Keaton Brown, a North product, and heading to Wabash is at shortstop, rounding out the batting lineup for Post 72. The umpires are meeting with the coaches out on the field. We're just a couple minutes away from getting started, so hang with us, guys. And for Rantoul, their starting lineup is Reagan Rademacher. He is leading off and playing at short. Dylan Thomas is at center field. We don't have a lot of stats on these guys, folks, so we apologize for that. We'll try and have some for them by next week for the doubleheader that we have at Rantoul. Owen Hartke hits third and is at third base. Eli Reichenbach is at first base. He'll be followed by Carson Likens, who's behind the plate. Then it'll be the designated hitter, Jeff Hostetler. No, not that Jeff Hostetler, just another Jeff Hostetler. And he will be hitting for the left fielder, Miles Crosby. Then it'll be the pitcher, Holden Cargo, that guy that we talked about a little while ago, number 1 pitcher for this Rantoul team. redshirted at Kankakee Community College this past spring. Then it will be Wrigley O'Brien at second base. Then Liam Billings will round out the batting order in right field. So that looks at things here. As we said, Rantoul just getting their season started, first road trip for them, and we will get ready for introducing the starters here. We'll be back. Let's see. We're not going to take a break here quite yet. Sean, we want to know that we do have some great sponsors. You're going to hear some things about through the course of the afternoon, including Boards, Jewelry and Repair, the Clay Pot Garden Shop, Brian Pyle and Carpenter Realties, Friends and Family Funeral Home, Crawfordsville Moose Lodge, Greg's Corner Market, Foreman Blasters, Teresa Serber with FC Tucker, West Central, Indiana, Byron Cox Post 72, Campbell Lane Services, Serber Construction, the City of Crawfordsville, Montgomery County Visitors and Convention Bureau, Trusting Home Improvement, Dutcher Trenching, and Bain Auto LLC, all among the great sponsors helping bring American Legion Post 72 baseball here to the radio waves on WIMC. A lot of games on the schedule, as we said, 2 games today. Down the road, looking ahead, next Tuesday, we will be traveling to Danville, Illinois for a game with Danville, a single game. And then next Thursday, it's a trip to Lafayette at McCutcheon High School, and that will be an interesting scenario after some of the things that have happened in the offseason between these two squads. A couple players from Frankfurt that have long played with Crawfordsville were I guess we'll say the political parts of Legion baseball. They ended up being assigned to Lafayette after having planning to play here. So there might be an interesting scenario on Thursday. Then next Friday, one more as a next home game, as it will be Watseka, Illinois, coming in here to play at North Montgomery. A week from Sunday, 2 games back at Rantoul, so we'll see Rantoul again 4 times in the course of about 8 days. Then there's a game with Terre Haute. Then there's a long trip down to Southern Illinois, Southern Indiana, where we'll be to Speedway, Princeton, Rockport, Evansville, 1,000 Evansville area and down in a couple of college complexes. And we will take just a moment here. Actually, since it's D-Day, we're not going to take Crawfordsville. We're tune in as the national say the political parts of Legion baseball. They ended up being assigned to Lafayette after having planning to play here. So there might be an interesting scenario on Thursday. Then next Friday, one more as a next home game, as it will be Watseka, Illinois, coming in here to play at North Montgomery. A week from Sunday, 2 games back at Rantoul, so we'll see Rantoul again 4 times in the course of about 8 days. Then there's a game with Terre Haute. Then there's a long trip down to Southern Illinois, Southern Indiana, where we'll be Speedway, Princeton, Rockport, Evansville, 1,000 Evansville area and down in a couple of college complexes. And we will take just a moment here. Actually, since it's D-Day, we're not going to take Crawfordsville. We're tune in as the national say the political parts of Legion baseball. They ended up being assigned to Lafayette after having planning to play here. So there might be an interesting scenario on Thursday. Then next Friday, one more as a next home game, as it will be Watseka, Illinois, coming in here to play at North Montgomery. A week from Sunday, 2 games back at Rantoul, so we'll see Rantoul again 4 times in the course of about 8 days. Then there's a game with Terre Haute. Then there's a long trip down to Southern Illinois, Southern Indiana, where we'll be Speedway, Princeton, Rockport, Evansville, 1,000 Evansville area and down to a couple of college access field. And we'll return in about 20-40 seconds. Actually, since it's D-Day, we're in high school Crawfordsville. We're tune in as the national say the political parts of Legion baseball. They ended up being assigned to Lafayette after having planning to play here. So there might be an interesting scenario on Thursday. Then next Friday, one more as a next home game, as it will be Watseka, Illinois, coming in here to play at North Montgomery. A week from Sunday, 2 games back at Rantoul, so we'll see Rantoul again 4 times in the course of about 8 days. Then there's a game with Terre Haute. Then there's a long trip down to Southern Illinois, Southern Indiana, where we'll be Speedway, Princeton, Rockport, Evansville, 1,000 Evansville area and college campus. And we'll return in about 20 seconds. Actually, since it's D-Day, down to the high school Crawfordsville, we're tune in as the national political parts of Legion baseball. They ended up getting signed to Lafayette after having some plan issues that you might here. So there might be an interesting scenario on Thursday. Then next Friday, one more as the next home game, as it will be Watsika, Illinois, coming in here to play at North Montgomery. Week from Sunday, 2 games back at Rantoul, so we'll see Rantoul again 4 times in the course of about 3 days. Coming up, there's a long trip down to Southern Indiana, where the Speedway, Princeton, Rockport, Evansville coming out. And we'll return in about 1 second. Actually, since it's D-Day, down to the Crawfordsville, we're tune in as the national political parts of Legion baseball. They ended up getting signed to Lafayette. 12 of them had some plan issues. Might be an interesting scenario on Thursday. Then next Friday, one more as the next home game, as it will be Watsika, Illinois, coming in here to play at North Montgomery. Week from Sunday, 2 games back at Rantoul, so we'll see Rantoul again 4 times in the course of about 3 days. Coming up, there's a long trip down to Southern Indiana, where the Speedway, Princeton, Rockport, Evansville coming out. And we'll return in about 1 second. Actually, since it's D-Day, down to the Crawfordsville, we're tune in as the national political parts of Legion baseball. They ended up getting signed to Lafayette. 12 of them had some plan issues. Might be an interesting scenario on Thursday. Then next Friday, one more as the next home game, as it will be Watsika, Illinois, coming in here to play at North Montgomery. Week from Sunday, 2 games back at Rantoul, so we'll see Rantoul again 4 times in the course of about 3 days. Coming up, there's a long trip down to Southern Indiana, where the Speedway, Princeton, Rockport, Evansville coming out. And we'll return in about 1 second. Actually, since it's D-Day, down to the Crawfordsville, we're tune in as the national political parts of Legion baseball. They ended up getting signed to Lafayette. 12 of them had some plan issues. Might be an interesting scenario on Thursday. Then next Friday, one more as the next home game, as it will be Watsika, Illinois, coming in here to play at North Montgomery. Week from Sunday, 2 games back at Rantoul, so we'll see Rantoul again 4 times in the course of about 3 days. Coming up, there's a long trip down to Southern Indiana, where the Speedway, Princeton, Rockport, Evansville coming out. And we'll return in about 1 second. Actually, since it's D-Day, down to the Crawfordsville, we're tune in as the national political parts of Legion baseball. They ended up getting signed to Lafayette. 12 of them had some plan issues. Might be an interesting scenario on Thursday. Then next Friday, one more as the next home game, as it will be Watsika, Illinois, coming in here to play at North Montgomery. Week from Sunday, 2 games back at Rantoul, so we'll see Rantoul again 4 times in the course of about 3 days. Coming up, there's a long trip down to Southern Indiana, where the Speedway, Princeton, Rockport, Evansville coming out. And we'll return in about 1 second. Actually, since it's D-Day, down to the Crawfordsville, we're tune in as the national political parts of Legion baseball. They ended up getting signed to Lafayette. 12 of them had some plan issues. Might be an interesting scenario on Thursday. Then next Friday, one more as the next home game, as it will be Watsika, Illinois, coming in here to play at North Montgomery. week from Sunday, 2 games back at Rantoul, so we'll see what's on 5 we'll get 4 times, of course, on the bus. Coming up, there's a long trip down the southern Speedway race in Rockport, Evans. Actually, since it's Crawfordsville, we're tuning in as the national political parts of staff league baseball ready and assigned to might be an interesting scenario on Thursday. Then next Friday, one more as the next home game, as it will be Watson, Illinois, coming in here to play at Doubleheader. 4 weeks from Sunday, 2 games back at Rantoul, so we'll see what's on 5 we'll get 4 times, of course, on the bus. Coming up, there's a long trip down the southern Speedway race in Rockport, Evans. Actually, since it's Crawfordsville, we're tuning in as the national political parts of staff league baseball ready and assigned to might be an interesting scenario on Thursday. Then next Friday, one more as the next home game, as it will be Watson, Illinois, coming in here to play at Doubleheader. 4 weeks from Sunday, 2 games back at Rantoul, so we'll see what's on 5 we'll get 4 times, of course, on the bus. Coming up, there's a long trip down the southern Speedway race in Rockport, Evans. Actually, since it's Crawfordsville, we're tuning in as the national political might be an interesting scenario on Thursday. Then next Friday, one more as the next home game, as it will be Watson, Illinois. The leadoff batter on a run. They get into second on an error, and they strand him right there. Our score after a half inning is 0-0. Post 72 will be coming to bat right after these messages on 103.9 WIMC.
765 for your customized service.
I want to thank Brian Pyle and Carpenter Realtors for their sponsorship of American Legion Baseball on 103.9 WIMC. Every day we look at how we can serve homeowners and support our Indiana communities, allowing them to fulfill their dreams and create lasting memories. Our investments in the latest real estate tools and technologies, along with ongoing training and support for our agents, create a more satisfying experience for all their clients. Our goal is to support our clients and our communities to sustain everyone's economic health and personal well-being. Looking for a home or a property? Contact Brian Pyle. He's the branch manager, 765-376-9165, or visit, and pay attention here, this is a long one, www.brianpyle.callcarpenter.com, www.brianpyle.callcarpenter.com, or just get online and do a search. That'll work just fine. Top of two, no score. Brand Tool coming up. Carson Lyons will lead things off here. So both teams got their leadoff hitters on base. Post 72's leadoff hitter got wiped off on a caught stealing. And Rantoul's leadoff hitter got stranded at second base, and we head to the second inning. First pitch a strike to Lyons. Second pitch not a strike. Count evens 1-1. Right-hander puts one in play. Hard hit in the 5.5 hole over there between third and short. So Lyons with a solid single to left. So Rantoul has the leadoff hitter on for the second inning in a row. Crew Riemann on the mound for Post 72, Covington product. Thrown from the left side. This will be Jeff Hostetler. Hostetler is one big dude. And he's very secure. He's very secure in his big dudeness. He's got a I call it a robin egg blue helmet, about the same color as the umpire's shirt. We got a courtesy runner. Let's see if we can get a number on the guy down at second base. We can always courtesy run for the pitchers and the catcher, and the catcher was Lyons, and he just made first base. 14, okay. And that is Owen Johnson.
Courtesy run 14, Owen Johnson.
Hostetler steps in. Everybody ready? Hostetler's got to be all of 6'2", tipping the scales at a 2+. Curveball catches the inside corner. Strike one. As I said, our home plate umpire just methodical about his ball and strike indication. So we just got to wait that split second. Don't guess. Oh, we can guess all we want, but we usually guess wrong. Next pitch, fastball. This misses inside, maybe just a little low. Count evens at 1-1 strike. Middle of the order here for Rantoul, second of the second inning. Here on a breezy day at North Montgomery. See if Ernie Banks was right. See if we can get two play today. Weather not looking good several hours down the road. Next pitch outside. Count goes to 2-1. When we get all these done, then I got to hop in my car and drive to St. Louis. I've got a UFL football playoff game tomorrow night. Foul ball. Count evens out 2-2. Comes off of Miller's glove. Pops over to the right side. On deck hitter Holden Cargo picks it up, tosses it back. Other foul balls hit out of play, retrieved and brought back into the home plate umpire. 2-2 our count, as we said. One runner on for Rantoul, top two. Johnson, the courtesy runner, he's got no lead. He is exactly one step off of the base. Here's a high drive, left field, drifting, gone. Got it up in the wind just a little bit. I may have had home run power all by itself anyway, but it's over the left center field fence, and Hostetler will do the home run trot and drive in a run in front of him. So that puts Rantoul up on the board 2-0 on the long ball, and that's the third home run hit here in this stadium in a game in 2 innings. Technically in 7 innings because the post 72 game on Wednesday only went 5 innings. So lots of long balls, but the wind blowing out. It says 11 to 13 mile an hour, and it's moving those flags straight out. And here at North Montgomery, when the wind's blowing out like that, it can be a launching pad. So Holden Cargo comes up. He now has a 2-0 lead when he goes, at least a 2-0 lead when he heads out to take the mound. First pitch misses. Cargo, big, tall, lanky right-hander. Riemann, foul ball straight back. So just as the Speedway guys did on Wednesday night, when they were trying to chase after Dylan Heaton on the mound, the Rantoul guys are coming up, swinging the bat. They are not sitting on very many pitches. Swing and a miss here for Cargo. He falls behind 1 and 2. But they put the ball in play a couple times. Swing and a miss. High heat. Cargo can't catch up with that one. Strike out is out number 1.
That's Campbell
So, yeah.
Services strikeout.
Next up,
Second baseman, number
Wrigley
8.
O'Brien playing second base. What a great name. What a great baseball name, Wrigley.
They got beat 18-3 yesterday.
Mm-hmm. First pitch off speed, swing and a miss. Dave Peach doing PA work today, regaling on the Cubs. Is all Cubs fans just woeing and mean. Yep. Next pitch, more off speed, swing and a miss by O'Brien. Falls behind 0-2. I'll bet you $1 right now. I'm sorry, you can't bet. I'm going to guess that he's going to throw another curveball right here. Yeah, a little bit more of a fastball. Down in the dirt, bounces off of Miller's leg protectors. Retrieved by on-deck hitter Liam Billings. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on after 2 runs have already scored here for Rantoul at the top of the second. Next pitch up and away. I say you come back with that curveball that got him swinging the first 2 times rather than trying to throw the fastball up. Not a coach, but let's just see. There we go. There's the curveball. Strike 3 on the corner. Breaker stayed on the outside. 2 outs now. We come to the number 9 hitter for Rantoul. So a frontwards K and a backwards K here in back-to-back. This will be Liam Billings playing right field. Hits from the right side. He's got a dark blue helmet. Foul ball straight back here at us. Next pitch coming in, a little low ball. A note from, thanks to Scott Smith, Western Boone playing in their semi-state. They're in the northern part of the state, and Southmont's in the southern part of the state, but Webo is losing 1-0 in their semi-state game. Next pitch was a strike. Next pitch, a strike again. Backwards K, 2 backwards Ks in a row. So after the leadoff single and the home run, Riemann ends up with 3 strikeouts, but the damage done. 2 runs on those 2 hits, no errors, nobody left on base. So we head to the bottom of the second inning. Post 72 will be up in just a couple of moments after you hear these messages on 103.9 WIMC. Thank you. Special thanks for sponsorship to the Friends and Family Funeral Home. At Family and Friends Funeral Home, they are dedicated to providing compassionate and personalized funeral services to honor the lives of your loved ones. With years of experience, they understand the importance of creating meaningful farewells that reflect the unique stories and cherished memories of those we serve. Our team is here to guide you through every step with care, offering support and comfort during difficult times. They are committed to upholding the highest standards of professionalism and integrity, ensuring that your trust in them is well placed. At Family and Friends Funeral Home, your family is their priority. They are honored to be a part of your journey. In your time of need, contact Friends and Family Funeral Home in Wingate, 765-275-2322. Here at North Montgomery, Charger Field, bottom of the second inning on a gorgeous day here. 12:30 in the afternoon. Post 72 down by a pair on a long home run, hitting the top of the second inning. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 as Post 72 went down in theoretical order. Ambrose Cruz reached on an error, but was eventually thrown out at second base trying to steal. A rarity indeed. Leading off is Dylan Heaton, Clinton Central product, heading for Wabash College this fall to play some baseball. He will be a greatly welcomed part of that Little Giants team. There's a delayed call, outside strike. Little Giants struggled mightily this spring, had some serious pitching woes. So there's a little lofter. This is going to fall right over the shortstop's head. So Heaton gets on a short base knock.
First hit of the game for Post 72, sponsored by Dr.
Heaton had a single and an RBI, a sacrifice fly and an RBI on Wednesday night, and also scored a run. So his decent batting, good batting, continuing here early in this Legion season. Caden Smith
Now batting the third
from
baseman,
Covington.
Caden Smith.
Caden reached base 3 times on 3 walks on Wednesday. First pitch just catches the inside corner, called strike, and then Caden was shaking his head no. Caden walked 3 times, as we said, and scored 2 of those 3 times. Looks down to Coach Proctor at third. Coach Proctor, hands on hips. Looks like a just hit the ball, son, kind of moment. Nobody moving. Foul ball. Back into the fence. And Smith's behind. 0-2. Big, tall right-hander here. Caden Smith. Next pitch coming. Jammed him. Foul ball. Straight up. And I mean straight up. The pitcher literally comes in about 12 feet in front of home plate and takes it. So it'll be an F1 on the out. And that's going to bring up Peyton Grimmett. Grimmett,
15, Peyton Grimmett.
seeing his first at bat for Post 72. He was not available on Wednesday night, so throw down to first. On the season, Peyton was a monster hitter in the Wabash River Conference, the WRC, hitting .372, 25 runs, 32 hits, 30 RBIs, by far and away first, and a long fly ball out to right field is going to be an out. 9 doubles, a couple home runs for Grimmett, but this does not pay out this time, as a fly ball to right field registers the out.
Now batting the catcher.
So a runner on base and a couple of quick outs now for Post 72, and this will bring up Matt Miller. Miller also was not available on Wednesday night as Crawfordsville had their spring sports banquet. Miller on the Crawfordsville season, a phenomenally 329 hitting season. He puts the first ball in play, and the runner was moving, and the second baseman slipped and fell. So a perfect hit and run moment for Post 72 as Miller puts his first pitch into play. He hits it right where the second baseman had been standing. Heaton, who was on the move, is easily able to move over to third base. So runners on the corners now for Post 72, and this will bring up Ethan Campbell, a Miller teammate at Crawfordsville. Ethan on the season, 291 hitter. Hit 13 runs scored, 23 hits, and he was second on the team with 19 RBIs. Courtesy runner for Post 72 is Kyvan Hill.
19.
Courtesy runner 10, Kyvan Hill.
Yep. So Hill, as you can courtesy run for the pitcher and the catcher anytime. So Hill heads to first base. He'll take over the spot that Miller was at. And as we said, Campbell is next up. 19 RBIs, second best on that Athenian team that finished 12-14 under the direction of Coach Brett Moats. Chopper off the plate. Play at third. Long throw on the tag. He's out. Nice defensive play over there by Rantoul first baseman Eli Reichenbach. The throw from third pulled him up the line towards home plate. He went and got the ball and swung back and made the tag just in time. So it's a 5-3 put out. Post 72 leaves a couple guys on base. So it's no runs on the 2 hits, a couple of singles. Those guys are both stranded, no errors. So after 2 on the long home run, Rantoul leads Post 72 by a score of 2-0. We'll be back to the top of the third after these messages on 103.9 WIMC.
765-362-3308. Dutcher Trenching is a locally owned and operated business.
I wonder if Campbell Kid's Bobby's doing.
Special thanks to Crawfordsville Moose Lodge for their sponsorship. Moose Lodge, a great place to join. You want to belong, want to join a club with a good cause? Well, the Moose Lodge is it. They are family friendly. They're a fun place to be. Join the Crawfordsville Moose Lodge. The Moose is dedicated to community service and personal development. The Moose also assists by raising funds geared to help children and seniors. They're located at 402 Waytown Road in Crawfordsville, and they would love to have you with them. For information on joining, call 765-362-5091. Yep, the Moose is certainly a long-time, wonderful community helper and part of the community here. And so, again, thanks to the Moose Lodge for their sponsorship. As we head to the top of the third, Rantoul up 2-0. They'll send the top of the order up also. It'll be Reagan Rodemaker, who reached first base, was stranded in the top of the 1. It's been the long ball, just the one long ball here for Rantoul. A home run in the second inning has got them that 2-0 lead. Drew Riemann continues to work on the mound for Post 72. Left-hander works curveball, strike on the corner to Rodemaker. Next pitch coming, fastball, punched foul, will drift out of play. As we said, Riemann on the season was the leading pitcher for the Covington Trojans. 1.83 ERA, 2-2 record in 8 appearances, 46 innings pitched, a 3-1 strikeout to walk ratio, 57-19. Stays high on the 0-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yep, he struck out the side after giving up the home run. Fastball misses down. Count evens at 2-2. We said Riemann doesn't have overwhelming speed. As Coach Willover at Crawfordsville would say, the velo is a little lower, but he's got good command of his pitches. His breaking ball stuff has been pretty good, but he just hung one to Hostetler, and he hit it out of the park. Next pitch misses, so the count goes from 0-2 to 3-2 here for the first batter at the top of the third inning. Next pitch, called strike 3. Rodemaker thought it was a ball. He was heading to first base, and instead he'll head to the dugout. So that's 4 consecutive Ks for Riemann, and 3 in a row are backwards Ks. Nothing drives a coach crazier than a backwards K, or at least if you listen to the coaches. Dylan Thomas flied out to left field. He really behind on the swing, fouls one off the left side. I didn't think he was going to swing, and all of a sudden he kind of stuck his bat out there and hit it into the third base dugout, scattering some red shirts down there. Next pitch coming in, breaking ball on the fist, goes right underneath Thomas's swing, and it's an 0-2. The pitch just came in and just dropped. Thomas swung right where he thought the ball was going to be, and there was nothing but air. Now another off-speed pitch. Thomas kind of fighting to stay alive, fouls it off to the right side. Thomas hits the left. He's hitting from the left side, facing the left-handed pitcher, Crew Riemann. Outside corner just misses. Just misses. Maybe one of those 0-2 automatics. Now it goes to 1-2. Our umpire has been given that outside corner pretty regularly. Didn't that time. It was on high, lofted, high in the sky. Foul territory, right side. Nice defensive effort down there by Heaton. Had to run a long way into foul territory, and the wind kind of blowing the ball away from him just a little bit. But he comes up with the catch after the good long run, and that's out number 2 here in the top of the third inning. So bring up Owen Hartke. Hartke grounded out to short. Brown with a good defensive play to get him out in the first inning in his first at bat. So 2 quick up, 2 quick outs here for Rantoul. First pitch just a little low. Miller keeps it in front of him, bounces it out in front of home plate in the dirt, in the agri-lime sand. We reset. Slow, sweeping curveball, misses outside. 2-0. That thing just about went from first base to home. That was just a big bender there. There's a fastball. He just overthrows it into the dirt. Count goes to 3-0. You can always tell when a pitcher just overthrows something because they just miss badly. They just hold the ball a little too hard. Whatever it is, they threw it in the dirt. This pitch misses wide outside, so it's a 4-pitch walk for Hartke. He's on base for the first time today, and this will bring up Reichenbach. Reichenbach hit one to the deepest part of this field the last time he was up. Got one up in the jet stream, and it was carrying to the 360 sign in dead center field. But Aiden Reiser, playing deep on the good hitter, flagged it down a couple steps from that home run fence. So we'll see if Reichenbach can put a charge into something a little more on the line. First pitch is in the dirt. Miller scoops it out, keeps it in front of him to keep Hartke from trying to move to second base. The Rantoul guys went to school. Rodemaker reached in the first inning and was picked off cleanly, except for an error. Rantoul guys are not. They are not even a body length off of first base after seeing Riemann's pickoff move in that first inning. That's the highest level of respect. I mean, look at that. That kid's he's a step and a half off first base. Ambrose Cruz is another 6 feet past that. There's a little floater out towards right field. It's going to drift just enough to stay up in the air, and Heaton's going to have a second put out of the inning. He'll come in, short right field, pull down the fly ball, and that will end things. So Rantoul in the top of the third, they get a runner on base on a walk, and they strand him, so it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and that one guy left on base. We're going to head to the bottom of the third inning, see if Post 72 can get their bats alive. It'll be the bottom and the top of the order when you come back after these messages on 103.9 WIMC. to cookout needs, Greg's has it all. Check out many of the homegrown Indiana goods sold at Greg's. And folks, they've got some of the best meat and some of the best produce, I'll tell you what. With some of the best meats in the area, they are waiting to serve you. Pre-order at 765-234-2022 or come in and check things out. Greg's has homemade salads and desserts to go along with it. You may find some other things. Don't know what you've got, but along with all that good food, but there may be something else. Maybe they'll sell you a placemat. While inside, locate the discounted frozen meat cooler, and it also will not disappoint. Greg's Corner Market, located in downtown Wayne-town, also owned by the family of a former Post 72 player. How about that? Nothing like a cool hometown connection. Bottom of 3, Post 72, trailing 2-0. We'll send the bottom of the order and then the top up. Keaton Brown, North Montgomery product, heading to Wabash College. First pitch, swing and a miss. Keaton got in the 5th inning of the Wednesday win. Got a single and scored a run. Actually scored the run that ended the game. He's behind 0-1. Next pitch just inside. Kind of a couple of oohs from up here. Did it hit him? Didn't. Home plate umpire said nope. Take a quick look here through a variety of stats. Next pitch coming in here for Brown. Off pitch, jammed in right underneath the chin. On the season, Brown was a .310 hitter. He had 20 runs scored, 27 hits, 15 RBIs, was in the middle of the pack for the Chargers. He had one of the 2 North Montgomery triples on the year. Next pitch up, next pitch good. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes on Brown. As we said, the number 9 hitter in this Post 72 lineup today. Ambrose Cruz, a North Montgomery teammate, waits on deck. Taking too long, timeout called. Brown chokes up on the bat. Couple of inches. He's ready. Next pitch. Oh, shot right up the middle. Just about hit. Wow. That was just a shot. It was right at Cargo's belt buckle. And he got out of the way, or maybe got grazed by it just a little bit. But man, that was a blast right up the middle. So Brown's on first. The ball continues past the pitcher, by the way, and heads out into center field. So the startled by everybody in the press box, including the announcer. So Ambrose Cruz is going to try and bunt his way on, or at least move the runner. First pitch, he fouls back for a strike. Yeah, Brown made solid contact and hit it. He hit it right in the middle. It was right at Cargo's belt buckle. He just managed to get out of the way. So Ambrose Cruz reached on an error, caught stealing. Pitch, runner going, late throw, not in time. Pitch was a ball, and Brown will get a stolen base. We started saying it on Wednesday night, and I will say it as many times as we've got games on WIMC on this Legion team. They will go. They will run. They will try and steal bases. They stole like 100 bases last year, set a new team record. Here's a ball to Hopper to third, looks to third, nobody there. Now the throw back, not in time. So defensively, the right move made by Owen Hartkey by Rantoul. He looked Brown back, but then he turned around and throw to first, and the out was registered, by the way. Ambrose Cruz is out 5-3. But when he turned to throw, the shortstop did not come over to cover in time, and so Brown was able to hustle down to third base. So good aggressive base running by Keaton Brown. He's 90 feet away. 1 out, bottom of 3, 2-0 our score. 0-72, trailing. Foul ball here to Reiser. Reiser took a called third strike in the first inning. He had a long home run on Wednesday night. If he can get one up into the jet stream blowing out of Charger Field, he can tie this game. And he won't tie it, but he'll get on base as he gets one off the hip. First hit batter of the afternoon. Reiser trots to first. Got him right in the hip. Curveball just
Left
missed.
fielder number 12.
And that'll bring up Ethan Wooten. Wooten also struck out in the first inning. Wooten also hit a home run on Wednesday night. His was a little bit more of a line drive, Hank Aaron kind of variety, but it still got over the more of the left field fence. If you're familiar with Charger Field, Reiser's home run was pretty much right about at the scoreboard, which is in direct left center field. And Wooten's home run was to the left of the scoreboard, kind of at that light pole. So, but it cleared the fence without any problems. And there was no wind blowing out on Wednesday night. As we said, the wind is blowing out today. So if Wooten can get one up in the air, he had a couple of home runs hitting for Danville this summer, or spring, I should say. So he certainly has home run power. Excuse me. Runners at first and third, all set. Reiser not going yet, anyway. First pitch right down the middle for a called strike. Cargo gets ahead of this hitter, which he needs to do. Next pitch, Reiser goes, hit and run, foul to the right side. Going to stay in play, and a foul, and catch made. Thought it was going to get a little farther towards the fence, and it did not. Reichenbach drifts over and pulls it in. So that's 2 out, and that's a big out for both teams, as Wooten is a big hitter for post 72, and that's a big second out defensively for Rantoul. Runners at first and third, it's Dylan Heaton. Heaton single, a little flare single. His earlier trip to the plate. Fouls one off the left side. Heaton not necessarily always a full swing. Just kind of chopped at that one, made contact, and that's kind of how he got his base hit. Throw over to first. Heaton, as we said, had a single and an RBI and drove in another run on a sacrifice fly on Wednesday night. So he'll be trying to do anything he can to get post 72 on the scoreboard. Pitch just outside, so it's a ball. Runner goes. Reiser has no problems. He'll steal second, technically, as a catcher's indifference. Although the catcher did look to third base, so I think he kind of was waiting to see if maybe the double steal was on and Brown would break for home. Nobody doing that. So 2 runners in scoring position now.
Oh, wow.
For Heaton, and wow, that pitch was way outside. And I'm talking the batter's box chalk outside and still called a strike. The home plate umpire must have a date tonight. Monster strike zone here. Next pitch misses. 2-2 the count. So 2 on, 2 out for post 72, bottom of the third inning, trailing 2-0. Next pitch, chopper. Oh, it's going to be ruled foul. Or rolled foul. I guess the home plate umpire never did call it foul. I thought maybe it had hit Keaton on the standing in the batter's box, but they just waited for it to roll dead in the grass down the first base line. So the count stays at 2-2. Everybody resets. Heaton ready. Called. Strike 3. Just high enough to call and just high enough where you need to go after it. So a called third strike. Another K for post 72. They strand 2 guys. No runs on 1 hit. There were no errors, and the 2 guys, as we said, left on base. So it's 2-0. Rantoul heading to the top of the 4th inning. We'll be back after these messages on 103.9 WIMC.
There was a time right there.
That was a terrible strike.
But that one strike.
That was a terrible strike. On this June 6th, when we remember D-Day and remember all of the men and women who fought for our country and all the things that went on a long time ago. We also remember that in a month and a half, or not even a month and a half, and coming up in July on the 4th, it'll be the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence and the celebration of our nation's freedoms. And that means fireworks. So fireworks shows, oh yes, please. And think of Foreman Blasters. They are our local professional fireworks company right here in Montgomery County. They're ready. They're ready for 4th of July and any other celebration. Watch shows all over the area: Waynetown, New Richmond, Crawfordsville, Charlotte Rose Campground, and many more in the surrounding counties. They have a show you do not want to miss. Darren and his crew are some of the best in the business. Looking for a show near you? Check out Foreman Blasters on Facebook. That's Foreman Blasters, a huge supporter of Post 72 baseball. They love to see us hit some bombs. That's the best outro we've got, I think, of the entire season. Hit some bombs. We had a couple bombs Wednesday night. We had a bomb in the second inning as Rantoul leads 2-0. They're going to come to the plate here in the top of the 4th inning with that 2-0 lead. It's Carson Lyons and Jeff Hostetler. They are the two guys that scored the 2 runs. Lyons reached on a single. Hostetler hit the 2-run home run, and that's all the scoring we've got right now. Lyons with a foul ball. Second pitch, also a foul ball. He falls behind. 0-2, foul tip into Miller's glove. And the home plate umpire just calls time. He's just going to kick a little dirt off home plate. Not dirty enough to bring his broom out, but he'll kick a little bit of dirt off. 0-2 on Lyons. Riemann. Next pitch offering is also fouled out. So 3 consecutive foul balls here for Lyons. He hit a one pitch into the grass in the outfield for his single in the second inning. Next pitch, gets underneath it, pops it up, pops it foul, and a float out of play. Back over towards the many, many, many American flags that are up and around the entire field here at North Montgomery. Bunting hanging down from the outfield fence. American flags everywhere, briskly flying in the breeze. Swing and a miss, high heat. Lyons can't lay off it. And it's a strikeout.
That is a Candlelac Services strikeout.
Riemann had 4 strikeouts in a row going from the second into the third inning. This is strikeout number 5. This will bring up Hostetler.
Number 12, Jeff Hostetler.
Hostetler, as we said, with that robin egg blue batting helmet perched high on top of his noggin. Big kid. He left the field with 1 in the second inning. Hit a 2-2 pitch out. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. Hostetler hits in the 6th spot in this Rantoul batting order. Next pitch misses. 1-1. 2 clouds now starting to kind of unsplash my sun-splashed afternoon. Next pitch, drive, center field. Riser parks and camps, hauls it in. Ball got off of Hostetler's bat pretty well, but he hit it to the deepest part of the park, and Riser hauls it in. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th inning, and this will bring up the pitcher for Rantoul, Holden Cargo, a strikeout victim to Riemann in the second inning. A swinging strike 3. Strikeout or fly ball out. Shorts right center field. Riser playing too deep, not able to come in fast enough on that one. So that'll be just a little snare single out there for Cargo. And let's see. I think I got a courtesy runner down there. Is that? We'll take a look and see if we can get a number on the back of that jersey. That's Crosby. Oh, yeah. No, I got O'Brien batting. Okay. Yep, this is Wrigley O'Brien. Trying to get the number of the courtesy runner who's running for Cargo down at first base. They've only got 2 subs on the roster, so it's
Second baseman, number 8, Wrigley O'Brien.
16.
16. That's Cooper Clark. Is the courtesy runner here in the 4th. As we said, O'Brien up, first pitch ball. Riemann works out of the stretch. Next pitch coming, nobody going. Called strike. Count evens at 1-1. So there's 2 outs here, top of the 4th. It's Rantoul with a 2-0 lead. There's a throw to first. As we said earlier, the leadoff hitter for Rantoul, Reagan Rodemaker, reached in the top of the 1st inning and would have been picked off if not for an error. And Rantoul has not ventured more than a 1.5 feet away from first base ever since. That was a quality pickoff move. Next pitch does come in. It's low and inside, ball 2. 2-1 the count on O'Brien. He took a backwards K, his only other trip to the plate. That came in the 2nd inning. Everybody resets. Home plate umpire kicks a little bit more dirt off home plate. And here we go. Curveball, strike. Just got to wait for the home plate umpire. He eventually gets that right arm cocked and loaded and then punches it out. 2-2 the count. Pitch coming, jammed him. Fisted one foul down the right side. O'Brien did a nice job of guarding the plate. Count stays at 2-2. Little contact, little flare out to right field. It's going to fall. So 2 little flare singles. Here's a throw to third. No. They umpires both out of position. They both pointed at each other to make the call, and the home plate umpire makes the call out. I think he was out, but got to call out the blue on that one. That was just poor umpiring out there. But a single for O'Brien. He's landing at first base. Clark, the courtesy runner, is thrown out 9-6 through the shortstop, then to third base, so the out. So that ends the inning. That's the way it stops. And it's no runs on 2 hits for Rantoul, no errors, and the 1 runner left on base. We'll resort things. It'll be post 72 coming to the plate in the bottom of the 4th inning after these messages on 103.9 WIMC. Baseball is Teresa Serber with FC Tucker West Central. Tessa Serber. Tessa is with FC Tucker West Central. They are conveniently located at 200 East Market Street in Crawfordsville. Whether you're searching for your first home, upgrading to your dream home, downsizing, or looking for your next investment property, Tessa is here to help make every step of the way. Friendly service, local knowledge, and dedication you can count on. If you're ready to make a move, call Tessa Serber today at 765-918-7223. Tessa Serber with FC Tucker West Central, turning houses into homes and investments into opportunities. Special thanks to all of our sponsors, bringing you American Legion baseball. Post 72, trying to get on the board, trailing 2-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be the middle of the order, Caden Smith, who popped out to the pitcher his first trip up, followed by Peyton Grimmett. Fly ball, right center field. It's a long run. It's down. 2 hops to the fence. On the run and continuing to move is Smith. Throw coming to third, not in time. Triple. The rarity in high school and Legion Baseball. A three-base knock to right center field. Smith treks it all the way around to third, and he'll have a first run opportunity for post 72 as he did he slide off the base? He must have slid off. He's all right. He's been called out. Smith's been called out. He had to have slid off. He was absolutely, no question, safe at third base. So he must have come off the base and was tagged. And he walked off the field. So that'll be a 5 unassisted on the putout. And that'll bring up Peyton Grimmett. Apologies, folks. We thought things were all put to bed and done over there on the third base side. First pitch to Grimmett is a strike. Second pitch is a foul ball. So from a triple and a guy in scoring position, it turned into an out for post 72. Grimmett puts it in play. 2-hop to short. Throw to first. Easy enough. 6-3 in that put out. And so 2 up, 2 out for post 72 here in the fourth inning. This will bring up Matt Miller. Miller reached on a little flare single to right field. Miller, curveball, stays inside. Miller just about ducked into that one. .300 hitter on the season for Crawfordsville High School. It's the next pitch and a high lazy fly ball out to center field. So even though Crawfordsville got a triple, it's 3 up, 3 down for post 72. So there's no runs on the hit, the triple. Guy called out at third base, no errors, nobody left on base. So we head to the top of the fifth inning as post 72 trails Rantoul by a score of 2-0. We'll be back with the top of the fifth after these messages on 103.9 WIMC. Post 72. Are you a veteran? Do you need a place to call home? Byron Cox Post 72 is located in Crawfordsville, and they are here to serve all veterans. Don't forget to check out the new Veterans Park. It is spectacular. You have a helicopter, the tanks, and more, while honoring the veterans that fought for all of us, especially on this June 6th and in memorial of D-Day. With veteran services available, join the American Legion right here in Crawfordsville. 2-0. Rantoul leads post 72, top of 5 in a game that has, I'm going to say it, has gone nice and swiftly paced. See how it all goes here. As post 72 trails, a long home run in the second inning is all that has been all the scoring difference. Post 72's had a couple of opportunities and have not been able to capitalize. Crew Riemann continues to throw on the mound for post 72.
Right fielder number 4, Liam Billings.
He has thrown 67 pitches so far through 4 innings of work. 105 is the max for Legion pitchers as opposed to IHSAA, which is 120. So pitch counts get into a much bigger factor in these games. It's bottom and top. Leading off is Liam Billings, swing and a miss on the first pitch. Second pitch, fouled up, fouled to the right, and fouled out. Billings took a backwards K, his only other trip to the plate. That came in the second inning. It was part of a string of 4 consecutive strikeouts registered by post 72 hurler Crew Raymond. Raymond's got 5 Ks. Pitch up, driven out to short left field, and Keaton Brown comes up with it. I thought Reiser was going to come in, and Reiser got a really bad break on it, and Brown from short went out on a long ranging, stuck his left hand in his glove out, and it fell down into it. So it's a long F6, and Billings is retired. That'll bring up Rantoul's top of the order. It'll be Reagan Rodemaker. Reached on a single, stranded in the first. Took a called strike 3 in the third. Coming up to hit here in the fifth. First pitch, outside corner, strike 1. This Rantoul team, 4 hits so far. 2 in the second, 2 in the fourth. A little looper out to Ambry's Cruz at second base. Easy catch for the North Montgomery second baseman. Should say the North Montgomery player playing at North Montgomery on his home field, playing for post 72. Dylan Thomas next up, 0 for 2, 2 fly ball outs. Left field fly ball out, called strike on the first pitch. A foul out on a long defensive run by Keaton in right field. Chased down a foul ball, caught that in the third. Riemann working, ball in the dirt. Count evens at 1-1. As we said, Riemann threw 67 pitches, so he's just at about 71, 72. He's certainly got enough gas left in the tank to go a while longer. Here's a long looper out to right center field, and it's going to carry out in the wind. Boy, I didn't think that had any close to enough power, but Dylan Thomas just kind of gets one down, kind of almost like a golf swing. He just kind of lifted it up, and the wind blew it over the fence. So that's 2 home runs now for Rantoul, and Thomas makes it a 3-0 ball game. So with 2 outs here in the fifth inning, long ball has been the salvation for Rantoul. This will bring up Owen Hartke. 0 for 1 officially, ground out in the first inning and then walked and was stranded in the third. So 2 runs on a home run in the second for Rantoul, and now another run on a home run here in the fifth. That was first a ball and then a strike, correct? No. That pitch misses. Count 2-0. Hartke ready. Riemann ready. Foul ball off home plate, driven into the ground left side. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Hartke ready. Riemann ready. Here we go. Check swing. Didn't go. Yeah. Peel down to first. No question about that. Count goes to 3-1. Ready? Here we go. Ground ball. 3 or 4 hopper to short. Brown throw. Easy go. 6-3 in the putout, 3 outs registered, but a home run in the middle. 1 run on that solo home run. No errors, nobody left. So we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Post 72 still got the goose egg up on their side of the scoreboard, trailing Rantoul by a score of 3-0. We'll be back with more Legion Are you a farmer? Whether you are just getting started or want to explore ways to take yields and profits to the next level, Campbell Ag Service is a partner for the long term. Your local Pioneer seed dealer located in Waynestown or Crawfordsville, call 765-366-1337 for your customized service. Also, a special thanks to Serber Construction. You need a room addition, need a complete remodel, interested in selling your home, or need a few things done? Call Brad Serber at Serber Construction, located in Crawfordsville, 765-366-3754. Plate umpire is moving about with his pencil and paper in hand. Means there's some changes going on somewhere. I see for post 72, I see Ivan Hill coming out. So
Leading off the fifth for Crawfordsville, first baseman 19, Ethan Campbell.
Actually, we got a pinch hitter, Dave. That's Kyvan Hill in the fifth.
Pinch hitter, number 10, Kyvan Hill.
Kyvan Hill, a Covington guy. First pitch, a little off. Hill, as I look, I think was he reached base twice on Wednesday night. He got hit by a pitch, reached on an error, and drove in a run. First two pitches here for the pinch hitter, ball 1 and ball 2. Swing and a miss. Hill, as we said, one of the three Covington guys we've got on the roster this year. Next pitch is also going to miss. Count goes to 3-1. Kyvan hit .242 for the Trojans, 15 runs scored, 16 RBIs. 16 hits, 3 RBIs, 3 doubles, and a home run. Misses on the next pitch, and he'll walk. So a good way to start for your post 72 fan. As the leadoff hitter gets on base, the pinch hitter draws a walk. This will bring up Keaton Brown. Brown reached on a single and stole a base. His only other trip to the plate in the third. So if Brown can make something happen here for post 72, maybe get a threat going, as the top of the order is just around the corner. Brown on the season was a .310 hitter, 27 hits, 15 RBIs for the Chargers. First pitch misses. Ball 1. Next pitch, miss. Holder still on the mound for Rantoul. He only had 43 pitches in 4 innings of work. Next pitch driven to center field. It's over his head. Bounces to the flagpoles. It'll be a stand-up double. So the bottom of the order has done its job for post 72 with a walk and a double. Brown, nowhere close to a number 9 hitter, as we noted. And when you play these all-star kind of teams, you know, your number 9 guy sometimes is as good as the leadoff guy. Well, post 72's got a threat. 2 on, nobody out. Bottom of 5. Then it'll bring up Aiden Ambrose-Cruz. Reached on an error. His first trip up in the first inning, grounded out to third. In the third, he'll be looking to put something in play, maybe to the right side, at least score 1 run. First pitch just at the strike zone level for a called K, called strike. Ready to go again. And this one's going to be on a little bender, just caught Ambrose-Cruz right on the fists, and that'll make it an 0-2 count. So Ambrose-Cruz falls behind, but a good guy to be defending the plate. If I had guys on base, he's one of the short list of guys that I'd want up. Ready to go. Punches one foul, guarding the plate. Little count remain at 0-2 for Ambrose-Cruz with ducks on the pond for post 72. Sea of red out there in the field. All those defenders and a couple of runners. There's a chopper. to first or to third base and an out. Out at the plate, Hill is going to be out 5-3. He broke on the high chopper, and the throw came in. It was Hartke to Lyons. Tag was applied. Out was called. So Ambrose Cruz reaches on the fielder's choice. He stays at first. Campbell is out. Brown moves to second base. So 1 out. Still a threat, though, for post 72. Riser hit by a pitch his last trip up after a strikeout in the first. Oh, and he gets hit again. Yeah, he throws the bat into the ground a little harder that time. That's 2 hits in a row, 2 hit by pitches in a row. And that'll load things up now for post 72. Riser to first, Ambrose Cruz to second, Brown to third. And that brings up Wooten. Wooten swung the hot bat. He was the absolute batting hero on Wednesday night. He's 0 for 2 right now. So to use the old vernacular of a fan, he is due. Infield up for Rantoul. Check swing. Appeal to the base umpire. No. Ball 1. 3-0 on the Chargers field scoreboard. Pitch just inside, caught the corner. Strike 1. Best threat for post 72. Bases loaded. This pitch is going to catch the outside corner for another strike. The home plate umpire has a really wide strike zone. Oh, and that one hit him. It's going to score a run. So Wooten hit by a pitch. That's the second guy in a row, and that's going to force in a run. So an RBI for Wooten. Riser, still nursing a bruise from getting hit twice, moves to second. Ambrose Cruz moves to third, and Keaton Brown comes home. First post 72 run of the ball game. 3-1 to score. Heaton has a single and a called third strike. Heaton for Clinton Central this past baseball season had some real decent numbers. He hit right at 400, and he had 20 hits and a dozen RBIs for the Gophers. A couple of folks out to talk with Rantoul pitcher Holden Cargo after hitting a couple guys, going, "Hey, you're all right, you're all right." Just give him a little pep talk, pat him on the backside. Just don't hit anybody else. Let's do this. So Heaton, first pitch is low. So he may be pitching carefully. I'm surprised if he's run out of gas. He's run out of gas fast because he's only at about 55 pitches. To the stretch, ball in play, foul down the right first base side. Kind of leaving it 1-1. Had about 4 or 5 balls bounced off of home plate, put into play today. That one just bounced foul. Infield way up for Rantoul. Pitch inside. No. Another strike. So count goes to 1-2. Well, like I said, he's been consistent, but man, this is the biggest strike zone I've seen since my softball days down at Elston Park. And because of that, the guarding the plate was Heaton. It's a drop third strike. Heaton cannot advance because the bases were loaded. Now we've got a mess up, and 2 runs are going to score for post 72 in all the confusion. So here's how the setup went, folks. Heaton strikes out swinging. The ball gets away from the catcher. Because there's less than 2 outs, Heaton is out, but he went to first base anyway. The ball got away from the catcher, so Ambrose Cruz, smartly comes in to score. Well, Riser had moved up a base as well, And then because of the confusion with getting Heaton off the base pass, the ball got away from somebody. Nobody was paying attention. Somebody walked away. And guess what? Reiser scored. So now Post 72 has tied this ball game up and 2 runs scored without a swing of a bat. So you want to talk about crazy. Wooten is now standing at second base. He eventually moved that far. And this brings up Caden Smith. Smith's first pitch was a ball. Second pitch is fouled off. So, yeah, confusion everywhere. As they said in the movie, dogs and cats sleeping together, for crying out loud. Next pitch in the dirt. 2-1 the count on Smith. Now there's 2 outs. And there's 1 runner at second base. This pitch misses low. 3-1 on Smith. So Brown's double is the only hit thus far of this at bat. Strike 2 called, makes it a full count on Smith. And aside from Kyvon Hill being called out at home on a fielder's choice, this could have been an even bigger inning. But Post 72 has tied it 3-3 here in the 5th inning.
Strikeout, fastball.
Everybody calls timeout.
There are 2 outs.
Out of the backs. Yep. And Post 72's got 2 more runs. It's tied.
Okay.
Even up. Oh, and the ball got the umpire right in the shoulder. Boy, and it got away from, it was ball 4. Ball may have been tipped off the catcher's glove, but it caught the home plate umpire right in the arm, shoulder area, just past his protective padding, and he's got himself a painful moment. So we're going to let him walk this off. John Bromberich from Post 72, an assistant coach, comes out with a bottle of water and just say, what would you like to talk about besides how bad your shoulder hurts? That thing just whacked off his shoulder. Smith walks to first. He's there. Wooten, on the ball being loose from the play, moves to third.
The DH 15.
So technically that will be a pass ball if you're scoring that deeply at home. Home plate umpire's got his mask back on. He's looks to be none the worse for wear. Coach Proctor out just delaying things a little bit so the umpire can kind of get his wits back about him. That pitch just came right off the tip of the catcher's glove and got him right in that left shoulder. And you can tell it's still smarts. He's rubbing it, rolling it. Everybody's trying to get things set back up. So this will bring up Peyton Grimmett. He's a designated hitter for Post 72. He's the 8th at bat for Crawfordsville in this inning, as they have come from down 3 to tie things. So there's a ball gets away from the first baseman, but the air. So the throw. Okay, this is the danger of trying to pick off a guy at first when there's a runner at third. Smith dives back to first. The throw hits him in the helmet. He's going to take a minute to unwind. He's okay there, but because the ball bounced off of the runner, it goes loose, and Wooten prances in from home plate on that E. Be an E1 on the throw.
E1.
So Post 72 has now scored another run on another error, another misplayed, and they now lead 4-3. Folks, I could sit down and draw you a picture of how this all has transpired. This has been the craziest at bat in a long, long time. So Grimmett is still waiting for his first pitch. Crawfordsville has scored another run called strike on Grimmett. He's 0 for 2, fly out, ground out. Yep. And Smith dances away from first, called strike. So 2 hit batters, an error, and a crazy play on a drop third strike. Fly ball, right side. Oh, it's gonna stay up in the air and drift out towards right field. And Rantoul right fielder Liam Billings able to haul that one in. So that ends the at bat for post 72. But here we go. 4 runs on a single hit, that double by Brown. There was a walk, 2 hit batters, and an error. All leads to this. Crawfordsville post 72 now leads Rantoul by a score of 4-3. We'll be back with 6th inning action right after these messages on 103.9 WIMC. Thank you. That was the damnedest thing. 5, 9. All city living, question mark. Do you love a variety of food and shopping options? Question mark. Love a caring community where people know your name? Question mark. The city of Crawfordsville answers all those questions, striving to be the best city, small city west of Indianapolis. A proud sponsor of Post 72 baseball. Also a special thanks to Montgomery County Visitors and Convention Bureau, tagged along with the city of Crawfordsville last year, did a great job of hosting the American Legion State Tournament. It was the 100th anniversary of Legion Baseball, just a phenomenal job. And it was all due to the work of the city of Crawfordsville and to the Montgomery County Visitors Convention Bureau. Montgomery County MoCo, as we call them, the Visitors Bureau, group dedicated to making Montgomery County the best place it can be. Are you visiting our area? Glad to have you. Need advice on dining and lodging? Got an answer for you. Want to make a difference? We got work for you to do. Interested in what is happening in Montgomery County? Visit MoCo, folks. It's visitmoco.com, a major supporter of Post 72 baseball. And that is no lie. Top of 6. Here we go. So what had been a Rantoul home run fest with a couple of long balls to get a 3-0 lead, Post 72 uses the crazy way, a double, then a fielder's choice. There was a walk, 2 hit batters, an error on a throw, a crazy play. Yes, and as Dave Peach says, a partridge in a pear tree is the only thing we were missing. And Post 72 holds a 4-3 lead here as we head to the top of the 6th inning. It is still Crew Riemann on the mound for Post 72. He has thrown 80 pitches through 5 innings. So with efficient use of innings, he might be able to get 2 more innings thrown. First pitch misses, first pitch strikes, second pitch misses. This is Eli Reidenbach. 2 fly ball outs. Third pitch on the outside, misses just a little bit. 2 balls and a strike. Leidenbach puts a charge into it, but hits it foul off the right side. 105 pitches is the limit in Legion baseball, so Freeman's going to need an efficient inning here to not need relief help in the 7th. This pitch misses. Full count. He's at 85. Wind shifting a little bit now. It had been blowing straight out to left center field. Did that hit him? I think it did. Yep. So another hit batter in this game. This one, though, hit by a Crawfordsville pitcher, excuse me. And Reichenbach, R-E-I-C-H-E-N, Reichenbach heads to first. So the leadoff hitter on base for Rantoul. This will bring up Carson Lyons. Lyons singled and scored in front of a home run. Struck out in the 4th. Strike right there. Line drive, picked up by Ambry's Cruz. Not quite enough time to make the double play, however. So Ambrose Cruz, with good range of motion to his right towards second base, comes up with a line drive. That's the first out. And folks, we had a paperwork snafu from earlier in the game. This brings up Miles Crosby. We had been told earlier that Jeff Hostetler had been the designated hitter, and that was incorrect. So this is Crosby up to the plate. First pitch just outside. Next pitch, runner moves off first a little bit, doesn't go, misses high. 2-0 to Crosby. 4-3, post 72, leads Rantoul. Top of 6. Couple of home runs by Rantoul. It's a called strike to Crosby. Reichenbach moves off of first. Reached on a hit by pitch. Next pitch, charged into left field. Fall in front of post 72 left fielder Wooten. He'll get the ball quickly back in, but that's 2 on base now for Rantoul here in the top of 6. And this will bring up the pitcher for Rantoul, Holden Cargo. Struck out in the second, singled, and thrown out eventually at third base in the 4th. Matt Miller heads out to have a chat with. Hey, did I miss a pitching change here? I may have. Get the number of the guy on the mound. I think that's Reiser. Yeah, it is number 5. Aiden Reiser is now in. First pitch, a strike. So Reiser in relief of Riemann. Reiser was the ace of the pitching staff in post 72 last summer. Didn't pitch an inning, or didn't pitch much. He had a couple of appearances pitching for Huntington University this spring. But he's coming in a relief role here in the 6th inning after Riemann had thrown 80 pitches. Breaking ball misses outside just a little bit. Count evens at 1-1 on Cargo. Big lanky right-hander Reiser also had a stalwart, stellar career at McCutcheon, which catches the outside corner. One, two, the count. Reiser to the belt. Pitch, chopper. Brown at short. Steps on second. Throw to first, and an out. The GIDP grounded into a double play. 6-3 unassisted is the call on that. Brown gets the out, and that ends the threat for Rantoul. No runs. They did have a hit, although that guy got wiped out. The guy left on base was the guy hit by a pitch. So no runs, a hit, nobody, no errors, and that one runner left on base. So we're going to head to the bottom of the 6th inning, post 72, leading Rantoul 4-3. Back after these messages on 103.9. Home Improvement is locally owned and operated by Tom Muth out of Waynetown. Come to a Legion game. You might see Tom. He's usually here. Trusty Home Improvement specializes in window, doors, and siding. From experience, we can tell you that Tom is a perfectionist. With the slogan, "I'm a craftsman, not a salesman," Tom is always ready to walk the walk. Give him a call, 765-918-8721 for new or replacement windows or doors, or that siding that you have needed for a while. He is ready to help you. Tom Muth, Trusty Home Improvement. Great guy. I know we chatted with him several times last summer at some of the hot spots. I mean, literally hot spots. Over at Danville for the 4th of July. Man, it was so toasty over there. And I remember some of the fans were just wonderful. They put up a little tent for me to kind of keep me out of the sun, keep me from roasting or melting or both. They gave me a little, just a little shade every once in a while. So some of the places we go, some of these small facilities don't have the most luxurious broadcast facilities, and so sometimes we set up a table outside behind home plate, or sometimes we just do with what we do best. So anyway, we're back to action here soon. There was a medical moment coming off the field. I don't know if it was one of the Rantoul guys, if Cargo had run into somebody or just maybe turned an ankle or something like that. But anyway, Bree Proctor was out having a look with him. Everybody's off the field, and Cargo is back on the mound. He is behind by a run, 4-3. He has pitched a really nice ball game. Just the 4 runs that Post 72 has scored, and they've done that on a total of 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. There's been only just one error, kind of a handful of guys left on base. He's thrown 73 pitches thus far. First of 2 today, if we can get him in. Take a half-hour-ish break or so to grab the lineups. See if we can put Crosby in the right place in the batting order this time. Next trip up. This will be Matt Miller to lead things off in the bottom of the 6th inning for Post 72. Matt 1 for 2. Single in the 2nd. That's where he was stranded. Flew out. First pitch, puts one into play, short little chopper to first base, and almost missed the tag, but he got him. Well, they're calling for being out of the baseline, if nothing else. So Miller will be out 3 unassisted. And this will bring up Ethan Campbell. So Hill pinch hit for Campbell in the 5th inning. Got eventually to third base and was called out on a play at home. Campbell has re-entered defensively as much as anything, and Campbell, who is 0 for 1, is back to the plate. First pitch, called strike. Campbell, the Crawfordsville guy. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Kind of a rounder that was up around his chin. Can't catch up with that. He's behind 0-2. Slow bender down into the wind, and it's going to stay up just long enough for Rantoul center fielder Dylan Thomas to get over and catch it. So really short left center field, but it's still going to be caught, and that's a quick out for Post 72. So 2 up, 2 out. Bottom of the 6th inning. This will brings up the number 9 hitter for Post 72. That's Keaton Brown. North Montgomery product heading to Wabash College. Curveball, miss inside. Brown has reached base twice. He singled and doubled, scored the first Post 72 run in that 5th inning just a little while ago. Kind of a cross-armed fastball there, misses outside. Cargo wanted to throw kind of a sidearm fastball and just kind of threw away outside. Breaking ball right over the plate, strike 1. 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs, bottom 6. Post 72 leads Rantoul 4-3 after scoring 4 runs in the 5th inning. 2 home runs by Rantoul got them a 3-0 lead. And the home guys put 4 on the board in a most unique fashion. A double, fielder's choice, 2 hit batters, an error, and a crazy drop third strike play. Next pitch to Brown, misses outside. 3-1. Cargo out of the wind. Brown shows like he wants to bunt it, just kind of distracting Cargo if nothing else. And that'll be ball 4. Keaton Brown reaches base for the 3rd time today. He hustles down to first. That'll bring up the top of the order for post 72, and that'll be his North Montgomery teammate, Aiden Ambrose Cruz. Ambrose Cruz officially 0 for 3 for the day. He's reached base a couple times and has scored a run. Reached on an error in the first and got caught trying to steal, a rarity for Ambrose Cruz. That was in the first. Grounded out in the 3rd, and then reached on a fielder's choice, as we said, and scored in the 5th. And he's the guy that scored on the drop 3rd strike. Here's a ball, gets away. Brown was on the fly. He was gonna steal second base anyway, so he'll wind up there. The ball gets away from Lyons behind the plate for Rantoul. So you can call it a stolen base, you can call it a wild pitch. I like the stolen base part. Stats look better. But Brown's at second. He can easily score on some kind of a single. Next pitch to Ambrose Cruz misses. So that's ball 2. Ambrose Cruz doesn't look at very many pitches. He looks at that one. It's outside, and it's ball 3. So Cargo has elected to pitch carefully here to Ambrose Cruz. I don't know if he wants to face Reiser. He's hit Reiser twice. Reiser might not be in the best of moods when he comes up to the plate. Throw to second. Brown dives back in head first. Laying flat on the ground, has to ask for timeout so he can get up and regroup himself. Dirty pants, dirty shirt, and everything. All right, 3-0 the count here on Ambrose Cruz. Sure to be taken all the way. Curveball, nice breaking ball called strike. That was a good pitch no matter what you call it. That was a little bender that broke right in for strike 1. 3-1 the count on Ambrose Cruz. Brown, half a mile off second base. Ambrose Cruz looked at it, then checked up and decided not to swing, and the pitch was just at his knees, so it's a called strike. So it goes from 3-0 to full count. 3-2 here on Ambrose Cruz. 2 out, 1 on, bottom 6. Post 72 leads Rantoul by a score 4-3. Glad to have you along. Breezy day here at Charger Field on the campus of North Montgomery High School. Hopefully you're flipping around, maybe listening to a little bit of the Southmont game. They're playing in a semi-state. We got a really good game going on here. Glad to have you along for all kinds of stick and ball coverage, as they call it today, on Crawfordsville Area Radio. Foul ball, straight back, over the top of the fence. So Ambrose Cruz will see his 7th pitch. That is the most pitches thrown by Cargo today. He is sitting at about 90 pitches right now. Everybody set to the belt. And we got a balk.
I'd say.
Yep. So before the pitch was called, the base umpire calls a balk. So that means Ambrose Cruz has got to go back and get his bat, because it was absolutely ball 4, and he would have gone to first base, but the base umpire called the balk, and it was pretty clear that he didn't come. Well, no, he can't do that. Okay. Balk should have made it a dead ball. They're letting Ambrose Cruz go to first base.
Balk is a dead ball.
Balk is a dead ball. But they're giving Ambrose Cruz first. I'm not exactly sure how this all worked out. Well, he's there. Brown goes to third on the balk, and that brings up Reiser. So we've had a little bit of everything here today, guys. So 2 on. Oh, all right. Now they have moved Brown back to second base. So now they have evidently taken the balk call away and just issued the walk. So now that makes more sense. Riser, first pitch. A little bit outside, second pitch. High floater down the right field line, falls foul.
There was no ball.
Should
Ruled a
even the
walk.
count at 1-2, or 1-1, excuse me. Whatever. Yep. 1-1 the count. Here we go. After the foul ball, riser up. Pitch just at the top of the strike zone, called strike 2. Riser took a called third strike in the first inning, has been hit twice, scored a run in the 5th. Pitch is driven to left center field. Nobody's going to catch that. It's rolling between the outfielders. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs should score. No throw to the plate, yes. It was a long run for Ambrose Cruz, but that's the guy one on first base getting chased by a double. So 2 runs score on the double by Cruz, by Ambrose Cruz, I should say, scores. Riser with the double, his first hit today, drives in Ambrose Cruz all the way from first. Everybody running on contact because there were 2 outs, and Brown easily scoring from second. So that brings up Ethan Wooten. Wooten hit by a pitch, and that drove in a run. Wooten drives one foul hard down the left side.
Both teams have 7 hits now.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
No, 6.
7 or 6.
Post 72's got 6 hits now. Hey, everybody, back to action. Foul ball went a long way down the left field fence. So we've got Riser at second. He just cleared the bases with a 2-run double. So Post 72 has expanded their lead. Next pitch is outside. So it's a 6-3 lead now for Crawfordsville. 1-0 on the season. Obviously just an early start. This pitch just, woo! That's a high strike. Sorry, folks. I just, it's not, just a little bit at odds at the monster size of this strike zone today. Been pretty consistent. Everything high, everything on both edges has been strikes. Next pitch is in the dirt. Count evens at 2-2. I got no problems with an umpire bringing a relaxed strike zone, as long as the coaches always say, as long as it's the same for both pitchers, as long as it's the same from the first inning to the 7th inning, then the hitters have to adjust. And that's been the case. This pitch way outside. Count goes full now on Wooten. 3-2. We'll see if Riser takes off. He may. He is a normal base stealing threat. He gets a good lead at second base. Wooten calls time. For the belt, here we go. Breaking ball right off the fists of Wooten, and he fouls it back up over our heads here in the luxurious press box facilities here at North Montgomery High School. We say luxurious because at least we got a little bit of elbow room. Appreciate that. Coach Proctor set the coolers up, not the drink coolers, but air conditioning style coolers. So there's a little breeze and it's a little cool. We're in the shade, can't complain. Riser thought he was going. He stops. Oh, there's a blast to the left side. Going to one-hop the left field fence. Riser easily scores, and Wooten trades places with him on back-to-back doubles. So on Wednesday, Wooten and Riser were back-to-back home runs. Now today, they are back-to-back doubles. And it drives in that run to now make it a 7-3 contest. And this will bring out a Rantoul assistant coach. The ball is immediately given to him. Heading off the field is Cargo. Cargo's day is done. And this will bring in, and this is number 16. This is Cooper. Cooper Clark will be now pitching.
Now pitching for Rantoul.
Gives us an opportunity
Cooper
to
Clark.
say thanks to Dutcher Trenching for their sponsorship of Legion Baseball. You need a new septic system or just a clean out? What about a grease trap clean out? Risers, lift pumps, question mark. Rooter or high pressure jetting service? Any of those. For any of those needs, contact Dutcher Trenching. They're located in Crawfordsville. Make a call to Dutcher Trenching today, 765-362-3308. Dutcher Trenching, locally owned and operated here in Montgomery County. Glad to have everybody along today on 103.9. See, good listenership here. Nick Kashan, who was a home plate umpire on Wednesday night, sends me a note that in Legion rules, a balk is not a dead ball. The result of the play if you want. So that's why the balk will stand, and the walk will also happen. So a huge thanks to Nick on that, and also just a reminder that when we talk to Nick and about Nick, we want to remind everybody that Nick is involved with the Y22K program with the American Legion Post 72, and they're a local veterans assistance program, and right here in Crawfordsville, and Nick is involved with that program. They are here to help. They're dedicated to spread the knowledge of veteran suicide and financially assist those in times of crisis. Y22 question mark stands for the 22 veterans nationally that commit suicide every day, and certainly on this D-Day anniversary, we want to think about those guys. Y22 is here to help because even one is too many. Support Y22 to help a veteran in times of need. You want to donate, visit y22.com. You can also call Nick Kashan. Contact him at post 72 260-239-5115. So again, thanks to Nick for the update on that rule, and thanks to Nick for all of that work. And with that, while I was jabbering away, we've got So we will head to the top of the seventh inning. Just an easy out for Clark on the putout. So for Crawfordsville in that sixth inning, 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 back-to-back doubles. There were no errors and a guy left on base. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the top of the seventh inning right after these messages on 103.9. Replacement and repairs, as well as many other automotive needs. Located in Wingate at 204 South Vine Street, Bain Auto LLC is ready to serve you. Make an appointment at 765-401-6989 or check out their website, www.bainautollc.com. Top of 7, last chance for Rantoul here. They will send the bottom and top of the order up. It'll be 8-9-1. Aiden Reiser, in his second inning of relief, got out of his first inning, hit a guy, and then allowed a hit, but that was the end of the story, as the ground out double play to Brown at short made short work of that last at bat. It'll be Wrigley O'Brien, strikeout and a walk, followed by Liam Billings, strikeout and a fly ball out. Pop out, I should say, to short left field. And then the top of the order, Rademacher, who is 1 for 3. Last chance here, as we said, for Rantoul, top of 7. First pitch, a strike. Reiser had 1 save in a but he didn't have many save appearances last year for Post 72. He was a starter all the time. Every big game, they gave him the ball. Next pitch misses. I should say the second pitch misses, so it's 2 balls and a strike. This one catches the corner. 2-2. As we said, a great high school career at McCutcheon, had a really, really good freshman campaign at Huntington University. And a swing on a big breaker. Wow, that thing was bending all over the sky. O'Brien couldn't catch up with it. So again, a huge thanks to Nick Kashan for getting that rules clarification on that little mix-up we had in the last inning when Crawfordsville got runs on a drop third strike and got a run on a runner trying to be picked off and hit by a throw and a couple hit batters. This is Billings, first pitch strike. Next pitch just misses. And it's always good to know we got guys and gals listening. Thanks to Nick and all the listeners. And then I think I got Rachel out down at the shop. I know she was telling me last night. She said that it's the only station I can get. That I got to listen to you. I said, well, all right. Well, you're stuck with me then. That's it. Next pitch misses. Next pitch catches the inside corner. 2-2 the count. Number 9 hitter, Liam Billings for Rantoul. Just getting their season started. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch, and Billings was fooled. So 2 quick outs here in the top of 7. We will take a break. We'll take a quick commercial, come back with the last stats, and then we'll send things back to Sean back to the station, and he can keep it for about a half an hour or so while they regroom the field and get a couple of starting pitchers warmed up for the second game, and we'll be back for more baseball action. We also invite you, while we are gone, to tune over to 106.3 WCDQ and catch the Southmont softball team in action in the semi-state. They're just getting a start, so they're running a little late. They're running a lot late. The first game in front of them must have really gone long if they're just getting on the air now. A couple pitches here to Rademacher. Ball strike. Now another strike. 2-2. Rantoul down to their last pitch, last strike. Riser out of the windup. Outside corner. I think Rademacher thought it was a strike. He was kind of heading to the bench for the strike 3 call, and home plate umpire says, nope, but this pitch will not be a doubter, and it's called third strike. So that ends things here. It's 2:07, so we're just a little short of a 2-hour game. So at the end of that 7th inning, it's 1, 2, 3. Wow, 3 strikeouts for Reiser in relief. So he finishes with those 3 in 2 innings work. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. So we'll come back in just a quick break. We'll let Sean get all the last of our commercials finished, and we'll wrap things up from this ball game. Again, our final score here in Game 1, it is Post 72 with a 7-3 win. Back after these messages on 103.9 WIMC.
2 errors for Crawfordsville.
Just play whatever you got left.
7 hits and 1 error.
That's all you got? Cool.
2,
4, 5, 6.
Holden Cargo. Game 2 will start in approximately 30 minutes. Again,
Say again.
7 and 203.
Yes. Yep, final score. Yep. Yep. I'll take it. 2, 4, 5, 6. Post 72 goes to 2-0 on this young season with a 7-3 win over Rantoul Post 287 for Rantoul, 3 runs on 6 hits. There were no post 72 errors in that ball game. They left 4 runners on base. The losing pitcher was the starter for Rantoul. That's Holden Cargo. 4 post 72, 7 runs on 7 hits. There were 2 Rantoul errors, 6 runners left on base. The starting pitcher, the winner, 4 post 72, and that was Crew Riemann, picks up the win, striking out a handful. And then Aiden Reiser had 2 great innings of relief. Post 72 trailed through 4 innings, and then in the bottom of the 5th, they got 4 runs on a single hit, which included a couple of hit batsmen, a walk, an error, and then a crazy drop third strike that allowed runners to score. Then in the 6th inning, they put 3 more runs on board, as it started off with a Keaton Brown walk, followed by an Ambrose Cruz walk. Then it was back-to-back doubles by Reiser and Ethan Wooten. Both of those drove in. Reiser's double drove in 2, Wooten drove in Reiser for the 3 in that inning. 7 runs, 7 hits, as we said. So good outing. Riemann picks up the win. Reiser with the save. Post 72, second win of the year. Rantoul falls to 0-1. And we'll be back with more baseball just coming up in a couple of minutes or two. Dave Peach tells me that the Southmont softball game is literally an hour late starting because the first semi-state game must have been really slow getting going. So over on WCDQ, you can pick up the call of that semi-state ball game if you would like. Bob Cox sitting in with Brett Kading. And then in about half an hour, come back over to WIMC and join us for more baseball action. Glad to have you along. So for Sean back at the station, for Dave Peach sitting over here to my right, I'm Jeff Nelson. Glad to have everybody along. Again, our final score, 7-3, post 72, with the win over Rantoul. We'll be back in about half an hour. This has been a presentation of WIMC Sports. Okay, thank you so much. Just keep tuned. It could be 25, could be 28, could be 33. So talk. Oh, good idea. Good idea. So I'm just going to leave everything on, and I'm going to take my headsets off because I got to get lineups for the next game. So I'll talk to you in a half an hour. Thanks much.
Yeah, you're good. I'll be back. Sorry. You go. Hey, are you plugged into it? Go ahead. There you go.
How do we just get music?
Can you just start a play? Is there a playlist thing?
Well, oh, there we go. There we go.
Hey, okay, so the show. So are you ready to open and snap on the screen? Go to the here. Get out here. All right.
Oh. Mm. 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 How you guys doing today? Good. So far, so good. Well, that had me all kinds of confused on that balk call.
They're delayed balks.
What's that?
They're delayed balks in Legion. So
Yes.
we got a choice on whether we wanted the balk or the pitch.
Okay.
And I just chose the pitch.
Sure, because that put him on base. So yeah, because I was all confused, and then Nick Kashan texted me. He said, "Hey, there's a delay balk." So it was cool. So who was behind the plate? Because the first game.
I don't remember his name.
Okay, because I was kind of all on him about his strike zone. So I had two guys text me and said, "Who the hell's behind the plate?" He said, "You're just butchering this guy." Oh, good anniversary. Was involved with D-Day. Okay, not his grandfather. Appreciate that info. One down. We go, guys. He gave me 3. So, I'm going up, so you probably want to give Kyle one. Yeah, I appreciate that. Now, do you need me to take a picture of this? Do you have spare copies? I got copies. Good enough. Good enough. Thank you so very much.